The French ambassador to the United States, Mr. Gérard Araud, was at USC today as part of an event organized by the USC Francophone Research and Resource Center. The ambassador spoke to a crowded room of students, faculty, and the public about French foreign policy in a world where terror attacks are becoming more frequent. Annenberg Media's Thompson sat down with the ambassador for an exclusive interview after his speech.
And Ryan, I understand that you spoke to the ambassador about the recent terror attacks in France.
Yes, thanks Ivana, thanks Taylor. After Charlie Hebdo and the November Paris attacks, France has quickly been drawn to the front lines of the fight against terrorism. The country has been under a state of emergency since November. I spoke with Mr. Araud about how the threat of ISIS in France differs from the threat to America.
Like the US, we are facing ISIS, which is an existential threat. There are nearly 2,000 young French who are they have left France and they are in Syria. They have joined ISIS and they will come back. They will come back radicalized, militarized, and there will be, of course, a major threat to our security.
Following the attacks, the far-right political parties in France saw a big boost in support. Many have compared the politics of the Front National leader Marine Le Pen to Donald Trump. I asked Mr. Araud what he thought about the rise of the French Front National and how it's different from the rise of Mr. Trump's campaign.
Everywhere in the Western democracies, we are facing the rise of populism. And you see it in your own electoral campaign, but you see it in France, but you see it in the UK. The real question is why, really, and why some of our citizens feel disfranchised, feel not represented by the political system, feel victims of the economics, and they decide out of despair to go to the far right. I think that's a debate that we should have together. Because, again, Trumpism is a transatlantic phenomenon.
And there is much more from our interview with the ambassador. You can catch it in its entirety online at uscannenbergmedia.com.